Maths lesson of St. Peter's College, Colombo 4, Nigambu branch. So today our lesson is Unit 12 of your textbook, that is triangles and quadrilaterals. So in this lesson we are going to discuss about the triangles and quadrilaterals and finding the interior and exterior angles of those two figures, that is triangle and the quadrilateral. So first of all, you should know what a triangle is. A triangle is a polygon formed with three straight line segments. It should be a rectilinear, closed rectilinear plane figure covered with three straight line segments. So in the figure you all can see here, the triangle is named with capital letters, that is A, B, C. Now when we are discussing about the features of a triangle, you should know about the sides, vertices and the angles in a triangle. So first of all, we will discuss about the sides. Now in here you all can see there are three sides. You all can name the three sides as like this. If you have to select this one first, if you have to select this side first, it can be named as AB. And then if you have to select this side, AC, and the remaining side, that is BC. Then when we are discussing about the vertices, what do you mean by a vertex? What do you mean by a vertex? Vertex means, right, let's think of this point. Vertex means that is the intersection point of two straight line segments. Now let's think this straight line and this straight line. So the two straight lines will meet at this point. So that is where a vertex is formed. So here's another vertex and another vertex. So there are three vertices in a triangle. They are A, B, C. And finally, how to name an angle. In a triangle, there are three interior angles, three angles. So when you are naming the three angles, now first of all, let's think you are going to name this angle, which is A angle. There are two ways of naming the angle. You all can denote it like this, A with this symbol of angle, or else there's another way of representing this, that is this way. Now this is the angle that we want to denote, and you are starting from any side other than A. That means I'm going to start from here, B, A, C angle like this, but A should come at the middle. The angle that you are going to denote should come to the middle, and the other two sides can be on either side of the A angle, BAC angle. Likewise, there are two more angles, that is B angle and C angle. Same manner, you all can represent the two angles. So if you have to represent B angle, it can be named as ABC angle. ABC angle. And if you have to name angle C, it can be named as ACB angle. Like this. Okay, so that's about the main properties in a triangle. So let's move to the next part of the lesson. That is classification of triangles. How can we classify the triangles? Basically, triangles can be classified based on two main types. They are based on the length of the sides in a triangle, and the second type is based on the angle. So if you are to discuss about the first classification type, that is based on the length of its sides, there are three main types of triangles. They are equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle and scalene triangle. In an equilateral triangle, you know that all the three sides are equal to each other. So if you are to draw the figure, so you all can draw the figure like this. You all can draw the equilateral triangle like this, and assume that all three sides are equal here, and you all can denote it using this symbol equal mark. Let's take this one side is 3, all the remaining sides will become 3 centimeters. So isosceles triangle means where only two sides are equal, like this. So it can be denoted like this, only two sides are equal, remaining side is different to the other two. Scalene triangle means where you have three different sides like this. All the three sides are different to each other. For example, let's take this is 4 centimeters and this is 3 centimeters and this is 5 centimeters. All the three sides are different to each other. So that is the classification based on length. So next move to the classification based on angle. So we Under this classification, there are three types of triangles, that is acute angle triangle, right angle triangle and obtuse angle triangle. What do you mean by an acute angle? An acute angle means an angle less than 90 degrees. So, an acute angle triangle is formed using three acute angles like this. Three acute angles like this. All the three angles are less than 90 degrees. All three are acute angles, so we call it as an acute angle triangle. Second type, right angle triangle. So you know right angle means where you have a magnitude of 90 degrees. So in a right angle triangle, you all can draw the figure like this, a triangle like this, where one angle is 90 degrees and the remaining two angles are acute angles like this. That is less than 90 and this is exactly 90 degrees. The third type of classification, third type of triangle is obtuse angle triangle. So you know an obtuse angle means an angle greater than 90 degrees but it should be less than 180 degrees. So an obtuse angle triangle is formed like this. There you have only one obtuse angle and then the other two angles are acute angles less than 90. So that is a classification based on the angle, based on the angles in a triangle. Okay, so let's move to the next part of the lesson, that is finding the sum of the interior angles of a triangle. So first of all, you should know what an interior angle means. What do you mean by an interior angle? Interior angles are the angles located inside the triangle. Now you all can see in this figure, in the triangle ABC, the three interior angles are these three interior angles. These are located inside the triangle, so we call them as interior angles. So in this part, actually we are going to discuss about the sum of the three interior angles, which means we are going to add these three interior angles and check the addition of these three angles. What is the value we will get once we add all three interior angles? There's a small activity to find out this value actually. So it's given in your textbook also, so you all can try it out. So I'm going to briefly explain this activity in order to find the final sum. So here you all can take any type of triangle, right? It's acute, obtuse, right angle or equilateral. You all can select any type of triangle and then you all going to separate out the three interior angles like this, as it is given in the diagram. You are going to take this angle out. Let's think this is angle A. You are going to separate it out. Let's think this is angle B. You are going to separate it out like this. Let's think this is angle C. You are going to separate it out like this. And then after you have separated the three interior angles, you are going to align the three interior angles at a common vertex. Let's think this is the common vertex. You are going to align all the three interior angles at this vertex. The three interior angles should not overlap each other, but it should align like this. So let's think that this is angle A. You all can see this shape is there, A angle. And if this is B, you all can see in the shape that is B angle. And finally this C, you all can invert it and insert this point, that is C angle. So once you cut the three interior angles in a triangle and paste it around a certain vertex without overlapping, you all can see all the three interior angles will lie on a straight line. So as you learned in Unit 3 angles lesson, you know that the sum of the angles on a straight line, or the sum of the straight line, or the angle of the straight line is actually exact 180 degrees. So what we can conclude from this activity is the sum of the interior angles in a triangle will always be 180 degrees. That means once you add A angle and B angle and C angle, it will form a straight line. This is a straight line. So we know the sum of the straight line is 180 degrees. So what we can conclude? Therefore, the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is always 180 degrees. Now students, it might be an acute or obtuse or whatever the triangle. They might be having different interior angles inside the triangle. But always, once you add all the three interior angles, always the sum added will be 180 degrees. You all should keep it in your mind. And now we are going to perform some calculations based on this theory we learned, that is sum of the interior angles in a triangle. We are going to apply it to some questions and find the answers. So let's see how we can work it out. Right, the first question I have selected, you all can see a figure is given. In this figure there are three interior angles. The two angles are known while the other angle is not known. That is represented using a simple letter of the English alphabet. Right, so what we are going to find is that angle A, which is the unknown angle. Now we all know that from the theory we learned earlier, once you add all three interior angles, the sum is always 180 degrees. So that's what we are going to write. Okay, so here we are going to add A plus 45 degrees plus 100 degrees equal to 180. Always you should write the reason inside the bracket at the first step. What is the reason? Why did you write it as 180 degrees? So I am going to write it in a short form. So you all also can use that. That is sum of the interior. Now I am going to denote it like this. So triangle is drawn, interior angles are represented. So that is the reason why you equal all the three angles to 180 degrees. So once you add this left side, you will get 145 degrees here and here 180 degrees. Then you need to cancel this 145 from this side. How can you cancel? Okay, you all can cancel this. You know that this is addition. So you can subtract 145 from both sides. Like this, so this will cancel off. Okay, so what will be the answer? Here the answer will be A equals 35 degrees. A equals 35 degrees. So that is the first example. So let's do some more examples and see how we can calculate the unknown angles in a triangle. Right, the second example, also you all can see an unknown angle D is given while the other angle is 50, and here a right angle is shown. But do you know what is the magnitude of the right angle? That is exactly 90 degrees. So like in the previous sum, you all can add the three interior angles like this. D plus 50 plus 90 degrees equals to 180 degrees. You all can write the reason inside the bracket. So here once you add it is 140 degrees and here it is 180. Then you need to cancel 140 from this side. So let's subtract 140 degrees from this side. So here it will cancel off. D equals, what's the answer? 40 degrees. So that is a way to calculate and find the unknown angle D. Okay, let's move to another example that is somewhat different. So you all can see here two unknown angles are given while one known angle is given as 110 degrees. But here, when you are considering the unknown angles, both the angles are given in terms of x. So that is not different. So you are not difficult. You all can add all the three interior angles like we did in the previous example. So let's see. You are going to add x and 110 degrees and equal it to 180 degrees. And you know that these two are like terms, so you can add it and equal it to 2x. X plus x, answer is 2x, and then 110 degrees equal to 180 degrees. Okay, the next step is how to cancel this 110 from this side. So that is that is to subtract 110 from this side minus 110 degrees from this side. So this will cancel. 2x equals, what the answer? 70 degrees. This is not the final answer. Here you have 2x. You have to find the value of 1x. So what's the next step? You have to divide this by 2 and obtain the answer only for one x, which is 35 degrees. Okay, so let's move to another example that is somewhat different than the first three examples we discussed. So here you all can see little bit complex figure is given. Uh, there are more than two triangles actually. If you consider there are two small triangles, at the same time there's a larger triangle, right? So here again you all can see two unknown angles are there, that is x angle and y angle. Right? Here a y angle and the x angle is given. So you have to find both angles as given in the question. So first of all you have to think of a way. Now you can't find both angles at once. First of all you have to find only one, and then from that angle you can move to the next step in finding the other angle. So children, I'm going to take this larger triangle at first. You all can have a look on this. Not the larger one, the smaller one. I'm going to shade it and show you the triangle that I'm going to select. This is the triangle that I'm going to select. So I'm going to name that triangle as triangle KLN. I'm going to select triangle KLN, and in that triangle you all can see the three interior angles are x, 35 degrees, 90 degrees. Once you add all three interior angles, again the same theory, it is equal to 180 degrees, and here you have 125 degrees equal to 180 degrees. So our next step is to subtract 125 degrees from this side. So let's subtract 125 degrees from this side. Okay, let's subtract 125 degrees from this side. So this will cancel out x equals 55 degrees. So that's the answer. Right, so that is the way of finding the interior angles in a triangle. Let's move to the next type, finding the interior angles of a quadrilateral. Right, let's see what a quadrilateral is. What do you mean by a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral means a polygon formed with four straight line segments. Four straight line segments. So there you all can see four interior angles are given like this. These are the four interior angles. Again, like the same activity we did in the previous topic, we are going to find what will be the addition of these four angles. So you all can perform the same activity by selecting any quadrilateral, and you all can separate out the four exterior angles like this, and then you are going to paste it like this around a vertex. Once you align all four exterior angles, you all can see, or you should paste it without overlapping. So once you align all four interior angles, you all can see all the interior angles are formed around this point. So which means we know that the sum of the angles around a point is 360 degrees. We learnt it in our first term lesson unit 3 angles also. So sum of the interior angles, once we add P plus Q plus R plus S. These are the four interior angles. So it is equal to 360 degrees. So that is what we can conclude from this activity. So you all can also do that. And see whether you will get 360 degrees. So what we can conclude from this activity is the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So like the previous topic, we are going to perform some calculations based on this theory that we learned now, finding some unknown angles of quadrilateral. So let's move to do some calculations based on this. Right, so in the first question I have given a quadrilateral having four interior angles. One angle is unknown while all the other three angles are known angles. Right, so let's see how we can find this interior angle which is unknown given in terms of x. This is the angle that we are going to find. So we are going to add all four angles, x, 100, 60, 95. We are going to add all four, and we know that the addition is equal to 360 degrees. Okay, let's add x plus 60 plus 95. You all can start from any point, but I'm going to go it in this way. You all can select any way, but all 4 should be included in the equation. 95 plus 100 degrees equal to 360 degrees. Here also the reason is sum of the interior angles of the quadrilateral. You all can write it in short. Sum of the interior angles in a quadrilateral. You all can draw a quadrilateral and show the interior angles like this. So let's see. Once you add all 3 interior angles, you will get the sum of 255 degrees in that side. And here you have 360 degrees. Okay, our next step is to cancel out 255 from this side. So let's subtract 255 from this side. Right, so we are going to subtract 255 from this side. So this will be cancelled. X equals, what's the answer? So you will get an answer of 105 degrees. So it's very easy. Just what you have to keep it in your mind is the addition only. What is the final sum of the interior angle? That's what you have to keep it in your mind. Otherwise, a small calculation part is there. So let's do some more questions. So the second example I have taken is find the value of the unknown angle given in the figure. Now you all can see the unknown angle given here is not denoted with a certain letter. They have given only a question mark. And all the other 3 interior angles are given values 90 degrees, 90 degrees and 67. Now let's think you are given a question like this without giving any letter, without denoting any letter. You are given a question mark like this. So how we are going to write the equation without having a letter? It's very simple. You all can select any letter you like, but it should be a simple English letter. So here I'm going to select letter X, right? So I'm going to denote that unknown angle as X and then do the calculation. X plus 67 degrees plus 90 degrees plus 90 degrees equal to 360 degrees. And once you add all 3 interior angles, you will get a sum of 247 degrees. And our next step is to cancel out 247 degrees. So you have to subtract 247 from both sides. So this will be cancelled and the X value is 113 degrees. This is the answer. Okay, right. One more example that is somewhat different than the previous 2 examples which we discussed. Now in here you have 2 unknowns X and Y. So look at the figure very carefully. These are the 4 interior angles given actually. These are the 4 interior angles given. Other than that, you all can see one exterior angle is given, that is which is left next to X angle. Now, when you are finding Y, you can't find Y at first because you have one more unknown angle. You know that you can't find an answer when you are having 2 unknowns. So, you all have to find the X value first. So, you all can, by looking at the diagram, you all can see finding X is easy. Now, you all can see what is this? It is a straight line. We know that the sum of a straight line is what? 180 degrees. We know that the sum of the straight line is 180 degrees. So, by applying that condition, we can find the value of X. So, X can be found by 180 degrees minus 150 because of the straight line, right? You have a straight line here. That is the reason why you took it as 180 degrees. So, once you subtract this, you will get an answer of 65 degrees. Now, the problem is solved to a certain extent. Now, we know what is the actual value of X. That is 65 degrees. So, now we can find the value of Y. So it's easy now, as what we did in the first two examples, we can perform the calculation very easily. That is y plus 85 plus the x value that we found, now 65 degrees plus 120 degrees equal to 360 degrees, and once you add all three interior angles you will get a sum of 270 degrees, 360, and then you have to cancel 270 from this side. So let's subtract 270 from this side. So cancel off. What is the answer? 90 degrees in the remainder. So y value is 90 degrees. Right. Another example given. This is the last example from this topic. So there also you all can see two unknown angles are given, x and y. So this is a little bit a complex diagram, right? So here, now I will show you how we can find. Now think about this triangle. Now you have to observe the diagram very carefully and you have to think of a way in finding the unknowns in stepwise. You know that we can't find both the angles at once. So we have to go it in stepwise. So let's see. Now children, first of all, consider this. Now I am going to, I'll select another color. So it's very clear for you all. So please look at this triangle. Look at this triangle. What can you say about the three interior angles of that triangle? These are the three interior angles. 50, x, 30. Can't we find x using that triangle? Can. That is not related to the things that we learned now. It is from the previous part actually, finding the interior angles of a triangle. But all the concepts are applied in the same question. Right? So we can find x very easily. So x plus 30 degrees plus 50 degrees equal to 180. That is because of the triangle. Okay, I'm going to write it in short. That is because of the interior angles of the triangle. So once you add all three, you know this is 80 degrees and you can cancel 80, which means to subtract 80. So you will get the answer 100 degrees. Next step is to find the value of y. How can you find y? Now I am going to show you what you are going to select here. Right. Okay children, think of this quadrilateral now. Okay, think of this quadrilateral first. Think of this quadrilateral. Now we need to find y. We have already found x. Now in this quadrilateral there are four interior angles. What are the four interior angles? You have x, you have y, you have 50. Now we have already found the value of x. So no need to worry about x. We already know that is 100 degrees. The problem is with y and this unknown angle. Even no letter is denoted there. So you should know that angle first before finding y. Otherwise you can't find y. It will be difficult. So how can we find this angle? It is very easy children. Consider the triangle, this triangle. Did you see the triangle? Can't you see that now if I draw the triangle separately, this is the triangle I selected. 30 and this is the unknown angle and this is 50 degrees. I think you all can see it clearly if I have taken the triangle out from the figure. So that is the triangle. Now in that triangle you all can see, applying it to the triangle theory, you all can find the unknown angle. So here 50 plus 30 give you 80 degrees, and in order to make it 180, what you have to do? 100. You can do it in stepwise by taking any letter. So if I am to do it like that, so I'm going to select the letter as Z. You all can take any letter, or else you all can calculate it directly without doing any stepwise calculation. You all can just think the value here, because we know that if I am to take Z, it's a plus 30 plus 50, we know it is 180 degrees, and here it is 80 degrees right? So again, you all can see the same calculation here, right? So the same answer is obtained. Z equals 100 degrees. So simply now we have found Z. Now we can find the value of Y. So let's find the value of Y. When you're finding Y, please add the four interior angles properly. What are the four interior angles? Y, X, right? X, and you have this Z angle which I took it. It was not already given in the figure, but I took it Z, and then you have 50 degrees, which is equal to 360. Now you can replace the known angles. We already know what is the value of X. X is 100. Z is also 100, which we found now, and here 50 degrees equal to 360 degrees. Once we add all three, you will have 250 degrees equal to 360. Then you can subtract 250 and you can obtain an answer. What will be the answer? Y equals 110 degrees. That means you have to subtract 250 from both sides. So you will get the answer Y equals 110. Okay children, so that's the end of the finding the interior angles. Now we are moving to a new part of the lesson, that is finding the exterior angles of a triangle. What do you mean by an exterior angle? How an exterior angle is formed? Let's see how it is formed. So you all can see I have given a triangle here. Okay, triangle ABC given here, and I have extend the side BC. I have extend the side BC, or have produced the side. I have extend the side BC from here to here. Extend the side. So once you extend the side, students, once you extend the side from one side, you all can see an angle is created with the adjacent side. This is the adjacent side. This is the extended side and this is the adjacent side. So an angle is created in between those two sides. That is what we call as an exterior angle. So I have considered only point C or vertex C. You know that as we discussed in the beginning of the lesson, there are three vertices. So we have to have an idea about the exterior angles produced at all three vertices. So let's see how the exterior angles are formed in all three vertices. Okay children, so in this figure you all can see how the interior angles are formed at a vertex. So now here children, two lines are produced actually. This side is produced up to this place and this side is produced up to this place. So when you produce two sides, you will form two exterior angles. This is the adjacent side and this is the produced line, so that will become an exterior angle, and then this is the produced line, this is the adjacent, so this will become an exterior angle. So you should know here at a single vertex there are two exterior angles formed. So altogether when you consider all the three vertices, 6 exterior angles are formed actually. Now look at this. This is an exterior angle, exterior, exterior, this is also exterior. So altogether there are 6 exterior angles, but in calculations we don't want to consider both exterior angles at a single vertex. Why? What is the reason? The reason is actually, I think you can remember what we learned in Unit 3 angles lesson. Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are the angles formed by the intersection of two straight lines. Now you all can see these are the two straight lines. So these two are vertically opposite. These two are vertically opposite. These two are vertically opposite. So what is the relationship between vertically opposite angles? I hope you can remember. Vertically opposite angles are always equal in magnitude. So because of that, that means children, this angle is equal to this angle. Magnitudes are same. So we don't want to consider both angles since both are equal. It's enough only for us to select only one angle from one vertex. So I'm going to select only one angle from one vertex like this. No need to consider all 6. I have select only 3 exterior angles in this triangle, and then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to name the three exterior angles like this. Take these as A, B and C. These are the three exterior angles I have selected, and I'm going to perform the same calculation as we did in the previous two types. I'm going to cut the three exterior angles and then align it around a vertex, around a single vertex. Once you paste it like this, you will form this A angle is in the shape of this, and this B angle is in the shape of this, while the C angle is in the shape of this. So once you paste all three exterior angles, all the three exterior angles are formed around the point, right? Which means we know that the sum of the angles around a point is always 360 degrees. So what we can conclude from this, once you add all three exterior angles, it is equal to 360 degrees. So the sum of the exterior angles of a triangle is 360 degrees. So that is about the exterior angle formation in a triangle. So let's see how we can calculate some calculations, some examples based on this theory we learned now. Right, the first question, that is a figure is given with three exterior angles. Look at the figure carefully. You have to check whether it is interior or exterior. All the three angles are exterior angles in the triangle. So we can add the three exterior angles like we did in the previous questions. So let's add the three exterior angles. X plus 90 plus 145 degrees equal to 360 degrees. Why? What is the reason? The reason is sum of the exterior angles in a triangle. You can denote the exterior angles like this, or else you all can write it in written form. So I wrote it in short diagrammatically. So you have to add this, right? Let's add it. Okay, once you add this, you will get x plus 235 degrees equals 360 degrees. Then what's the next step? You have to cancel 235. So minus 235 degrees minus 235 degrees. And these two will cancel off. What is the answer? X equals, you will have the answer as 125 degrees. This is the x angle. X angle value is 125. So it's very simple. Only thing that you have to keep it in your mind, that the sum of the three exterior angles, the sum of the three exterior angle is always 360 degrees. After that, you have to apply it to the equation and then simplify like normal sums. Okay. Write another example here. Now you all can see the three exterior angles are having the same letter x, right? So in this also you all can add all the three exterior angles like this. All the three exterior angles can be added. X plus x equal to 360 degrees. We know that all the x's are like terms, so we can add it and equal it to 3x equals 360 degrees. So what's the next step? This is only one. This is 3x. The value of 3x. You have to find only 1x. What is the next step? You have to divide it by 3. So 3 cancels. X equals 120 degrees. Okay, so let's move to another. The next type, that is the sum of the exterior angles of a quadrilateral. Now in the previous one we did finding the exterior angles in a triangle. Now we are going to move to the quadrilateral part. So as we discussed, a quadrilateral has 4 exterior angles as well as 4 interior angles, right? We have discussed the interior angle part already. Now we are moving to the exterior angles. So you all can perform the same activity what we did in the previous topics. So you are going to separate out the 3 exterior angles. So you all can see when you produce this line, this is the exterior angle formed. Once you produce this line, this is the exterior angle formed. Likewise, four exterior angles are formed, and once you do the activity, like once you cut the four exterior angles and paste it, you all can see all the four exterior angles will line up like this. Let's think that this is the A angle. A angle will line up like this. B angle will line up like this. C angle, D angle. Likewise, all the four angles will line up around a certain point. So we know that the sum of the angles around a point is always 360 degrees, which means A plus B plus C plus D equals 360 degrees. So what we can conclude from this activity is the sum of the exterior angles of a quadrilateral is always 360 degrees. Right, let's move to some calculations based on that theory we learned. Okay, so here you all can see the four exterior angles are given in the quadrilateral. These are the four exterior angles. So you can add all the four exterior angles like this. A plus 75 degrees plus 92 degrees plus 83 degrees, which is equal to 360 degrees. So what is the total value? Once you add all the three values, it is equal to 250 degrees, and here it is 360 degrees. So our next step is to cancel out 250 from this side. So let's subtract 250 from this. So here 250 will be cancelled. So A equals 110 degrees. So it's very simple. We added all four and equal it to 360. So let's move to another example. Here you all can see again all the four are exterior, but all the four are unknown angles. Magnitudes are not given. So but you all can see all four exterior angles are in terms of x. All four exterior angles are in terms of x. So what we can do, we can add all the four exterior angles, that is A plus 2A plus 2A equal to 360 degrees. How many A's are in total? Altogether how many A's? Here 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2, altogether there are 6 A's, which is equal to 360 degrees. We need to find the answer of only one A. So you need to cancel 6, which means to divide by 6. So once you divide by 6, what is the answer of A? What is the answer of A? The answer of A will be 60 degrees. If you want to find the value of 2A, you can find that also. 1A is 60. In order to find 2A, you can multiply 60 degrees by 2 and obtain the answer as 120 degrees. So it's very simple. Right, next move to the third example. Now in this figure, you have to observe the figure very carefully. All the exterior, all the four are given as exterior? No, actually it's not. Now let's mark only the exterior angles at first. This is an exterior angle. This is an exterior. This is also exterior. This is also an exterior angle. Other than those four exterior angles, two interior angles are given. Now actually we can't find the exterior angles because three exterior angles are unknown. A, B, C. All three are unknown. So we can't find all three at once. We have to go it in stepwise. First of all, we have to find these two angles. Now you all can see when you are looking at this angle B, there is an angle interior to that. What is the interior angle? That is 108. That is 108. When you look at this also, there is an interior angle next to the exterior angle, which forms a straight line. So we know that the sum of the straight line is how much? It is 180 degrees. Straight line. Now you can see a straight line is formed here. So it is 180 degrees. So from that theory, we can find B and C angle at first before finding the value of A. So let's find B angle at first. B angle can be found by 180 degrees minus 108 because of the straight line, children, right? It is a straight line. So to find the remaining, you have to subtract the next angle. So once you subtract here, you will get the answer as 72 degrees. Okay, our next question one is finding C. C can also be found using the same method, 180 minus 72 degrees. What will be the answer? It will be 108 degrees. The same reason because of the straight line. Now we have already found B angle and C angle. Our next step is to find the A angle, which is the last unknown. So we can add all four angles. A angle. Now we already found the value of B angle, that is 72 degrees, and we already found the C angle, that is 108 degrees, and one unknown angle is there. Right? One unknown angle is there, that is one known angle is there, that is 105 degrees, which is equal to 360 degrees. So altogether, you all have to check it very clearly whether you have added all the four exterior angles properly. So these are all exterior angles. So once you add all four exterior angles, you will have a value of 285 degrees. So here it is 360 degrees. Our next step is to cancel out 285. So you can subtract 285 from both sides. So this will be cancelled off and our value of A will be 75 degrees. So this is the way of calculating an unknown angle of a quadrilateral. So let's move to the last example of the lesson, exterior angles of a quadrilateral. So you all can see it's a little bit complex figure and you all have two unknowns x and y. So like in the previous example, you all have to check the exterior angles at first, right? So now let's consider this quadrilateral. Consider this quadrilateral, which I am going to draw it in red. You all can see in that quadrilateral, the four exterior angles are these. You can't take 25, right? 25 is not related with that quadrilateral I selected. So you can add all four exterior angles. The only unknown is x. Therefore, we can find x when you apply it to that quadrilateral. So let's add x plus, you have 125 there, 128 plus 62 here, and then 105 added up to 360 degrees. So you can add it. The added value is, you have the value 295 degrees, here 360 degrees. Then you can subtract 295 from both sides. So our answer will be 55 degrees. You can subtract 295 from here. So it will cancel off. So you can subtract 295 from here. So our answer is 65 degrees. Okay. So our answer is 65 degrees. So we have found one unknown angle and there's one unknown angle remaining, that is y angle. How can we find y angle? So let's see this quadrilateral, children. So I'm going to select this quadrilateral now. Okay. Consider this quadrilateral which is marked in blue. Look at the exterior angles formed. Y is an exterior angle. These two, both angles should be considered because both will form an exterior angle at that vertex A. And this is the other exterior angle and this is the fourth exterior angles. Now we already found the value of x. We found the value of x is, that is 65 degrees. So you can add both angles and find the total and then add all four exterior angles so that you can find y. So this is calculation. So you all can add y plus 62 degrees on this side, 128 degrees plus 25. Altogether I am going to add both. 65 is equal to 360 degrees. So once you add all, here you have four known terms. So once you add all 4, 280 is the answer. Here 360 degrees. Then you can subtract 280 from this side. So let's subtract 280. Okay, so this will be cancelled. Our final answer is 80 degrees. Okay students, so this is the final example of our lesson. So I hope everything is clear now. This is the summary which we learned in the total lesson. At first we discussed about the interior angles in a triangle, that is 180 degrees, and then interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees, and then exterior angles of a triangle is also 360, and also exterior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So that is the end of the lesson. So let's meet with another new lesson on another video. Thank you.